Okay, everyone, welcome. It's Sunday. Looks like we are, pardon me, live. I drank some tea and it kind of went down the wrong way, and I've just been kind of trying to get rid of this cough. Welcome to Sunday Evening with Roxanne. Each and every one of you, thank you so much for coming in. Ginger in the house, James is in the house, got a few other people. Say hello in the chat if you like. And let's get it on like Donkey Kong, right? That's a generational one there, I think. What? Yes, and if you'd like to, give us a thumbs up too as well. So I had a little bit of a idea, and I wanted to talk about it. And then I was like, "Hey, Sly, you want to elaborate on this?" And we talked a little bit about it, and then I asked him to do the channeling, and so he's going to come in and do the talk. Yeah, very good. So welcome again. We'll bring Sly in here and give you some ideas about creation, if you will. Sly, you ready? Okay. First, I want to welcome. We got some new subscribers. Thanks for coming in. Roxanne says hello, Kim. Hello, Renee. Renee Marie Anderson Glenn. Welcome. So I'm Sylvester, and I'm a channeled being. For those of you who don't know me, when you're new, most of you do know me. Either talk to me one-on-one in the classes or via this idea, and some of you. Hello, Nate. Hello, Amber. In the idea of in your dreams, I visit quite a few of you. We're very a connected species, creation, the species of all that is. What I wanted to talk about, this is just a noticeability. The whole key to this guy, this is not hard. Enlightenment is not difficult in notification. It's difficult in transcendence. It's very difficult to destroy yourself that you've built so long and so hard to build, and you value that identity so much, and you can't imagine your life without these relationships. And of course, you deem relationships and some mannerisms as external dependencies of value, but what they are just beliefs. They're just relationships, and they're all changeable. The one thing you must know is that you never will be, ever be extinguishable. You can only grow brighter. Bigger, larger, greater every frickin' second. But of course, your mind doesn't allow you to see that, show that, because you are always, most likely, most people are comparing yourself in the relative reality around you of where you fit in, and it is valuable to your own ego. So recognition is the name of the game. So here's something to recognize. Let's look at this idea of honesty. In Roxanne's teaching in the Transcendence classes, when she wrote the curriculum, one of the requirements, there were 4 things, these virtues that you got to have when you're going to go through the Transcendence class, because it's going to keep you steady Eddie through the transition of your belief systems and absolutely deconstructing that self that you believe you are, that you hold valuable as your existence, and without it, you'll lose, and all that horse shit. Anyways, so it's honesty is the one I'm talking about. Now, I want you to look at something about honesty here. There's a lot of horse shit in the world about, come on now, let's be honest. There is no external honesty. Now, you're going to have to maybe look at that statement from a subjective allowance point of view. Someone, you, being this observer of that concept in a best you can, not judging that concept. Honesty is not an outside or an external item. It is an internal item. So you can be dishonest with everybody you want to be. That dishonesty is not necessarily dishonest. If it is your honest to be dishonest, then it's a vibration, a quality that is, let's say, authentic to you. So when you put out a dishonest fact to the valuable of your external world, say you lie to the cops. Everyone knows the cops and interrogations. Now, I'm being honest with you, and they're lying through their fucking teeth because they're just trying to get to the end. It's about the end game, about the completion, about the satisfaction. And they're claiming that honest. But see, inside, they know they're being dishonest. That's why the quality is there. You can smell the bullshit. There is nothing better for an enlightened being, a light bearer, a light worker like yourself, to learn the skill of vibrational tactician, because you can sniff out all the shit in the world and it'll give you an exceptional way to navigate your reality going forward. So we want to look at yourself. Am I being honest with myself? Remember, we have structures. I've been a fractal. I've been a human. I get the game. I know when I'm bullshitting myself. Okay? We all have a structure. We have two selves. We have this one great mind, and this is just the human, okay? This is the human incarnation, this circle here. This is the incarnation. And we have a divided self. We have I am and I am not, okay? And you've been using the I am not self for most of your life because you didn't know about I am, because you're born separated, and what you know is I am not God. And then you claim I'm this, I'm that. Look at that. It's amazing how many illnesses you guys have come up with. How many disorders you humans have. I mean, I don't know how you function every day. There's so many goddamn disorders. It seems like the species should just fucking disintegrate because they're just all fucking whacked. It's all horseshit. See, that isn't the I am not. That's the I am not world. It still exists, but it's a relationship that's not your truth. Now, there's your honesty. When you start to pay attention to an internal honesty, that's when you can put out your honest self. So if the mirror attracts a situation, and that situation, honestly, you want to answer, and that answer to the outside is dishonest, but it's honest to you, then you are working with I am. Because there is no honest and dishonest except in perception. It doesn't sit as a standard. See, there is no law that says there is right and there is wrong. That's your horseshit on human. But as far as creation, it's all real, it's all reality, and it's all true. Because it's existence. It's happening. Get the fuck over reality happening. Hello, my brothers. Blessings on the journeys. Hello, Roxanne. Long time no see. Hello, Sabrina. Welcome. I'll tell Roxanne you said hi. So, that honesty that you have within your kingdom, it is a vibration. It is a feeling. It is something so exceptional. You know it, but your mind is going to run interference because that means change. And your mind is so hell-bent on being, let's say, repetitious, safe, secure, certain, unknown, scary future, prevention, making sure, don't have loss. So that's the algorithm of the mind. And when you introduce to the fractal mind your identity of this human incarnation, I'm this and this is me, and your thinking mind and your memory, and you take something from this I am self and introduce it up into the I am not self, then you get a vibrational difference, and it causes a rift. It causes a rift against yourself. And most people don't listen to the I am self for various reasons. Consequence of the outside reacting, fear of loss, fear of rejection, Sending love to you, Michelle. Fear of the unknown change that's coming. Right? Who the fuck are you living for? Our identity, the loss of our existence, our known self, that is terrifying. Is the best way to say it. It's a terrifying experience because you know I'm not anymore. You have this vast void. You're empty. You're a baby. You're looming. And you're all of a sudden introduced to this idea, this tiny little squished down entity that you are into this tiny little, and you pop open and you're like, what the fuck am I? And you have no idea. And then you build and build all these identities. And people lie, cheat, steal, and lack, and corrupt, and kill each other, and do all kinds of things to maintain that dishonest self. Although it might be honest to the outside, you might be that person that you are obligated and you do the obligated things, you do the responsible things, you do what you're expected, but that's not the honest self. See, you can't make it about the outside. If you do, you need a bus to get back to fucked, as we love to say. You got to understand, you don't work for the outside. You don't live for the outside. That's your relationship. That's your dependency. Here's the opportunity in several ways that we've getting it on this channel and through Roxanne's work in the last 10 years. It's all about recognizing how you are bullshitting yourself with your own belief systems. And can you choose a portion of yourself unknown to you, the identity, the memory, very strong, that memory that says, oh, this is me, this is me, this is what I need to do. And then it's attached and it brings in, it weaves in emotion. And that emotion is tense and is strong and is fearful. And you're like, God damn, I can't make this decision because. And you fight for your darkness. You fight for your negativity. You fight for your conditions, your limitations. And then you justify it with your horseshit. Okay? So this is the part of recognition that we teach, is to recognize yourself. You don't have to transcend the belief that you recognize, but you have opportunity. This recognition is opportunity. And the opportunity is to choose the awesome or authentic self. And that self is that leading to that self is the honesty. So the honesty gives you an opportunity to say what you feel, say what you want, despite the consequences that your mind sells you, because that's the only one that's selling to you. Oh, someone might be telling you, if you don't do this, this is going to happen to you, as they're fucking predictors. No one has predicted the future. You can't, because there is none. There's only now. It's horseshit. Stop. Play your now to the accuracies of your own love, your own honesty, and allow the mirror to show you the change that you have been looking for in the outside, never imagining it is the inside that creates the outside. But you've been learned these concepts, and it's time to do that if you have an ounce of love for yourself, not for reasons, not for resumes, not for accomplishments, not for successes, not for identities of victimizations and failures and identities of diseases and disorders. Just because of your own goddamn existence, you have one moment in time to choose the authentic, honest self, to give yourself the experience that you deserve to find out about this other part of you. And can you feel the greatness of your own existence without dependencies? Sabrina Renega. Slide. Eventually, we will all come to understand that they are the soul within the costume, and the costume doesn't define them, nor does what others think and believe. All that matters is what is chosen for them. Very true. Absolutely. And a question for everyone that understands this statement is, are you doing it? Nothing changes until behavior changes. See, that's the great thing about affirmations. They're full of shit. because you affirm, but you don't act. Affirming doesn't do anything. That's transient information. That's like you go and you ask a whole bunch of questions to the channel, but you've never changed to yourself. You go get a psychic reading or you spend some time with a medium, you get all these answers, but you never change. Answers is transient. It may satisfy you. It may satisfy the curiosity. It might bring things together, but it doesn't change you. There is no outside that will ever change the inside. This is the work that we do. The enlightenment is transcendence of self. And recognition is everything. You have to recognize, masters. Okay? You have to recognize. You have to recognize your own separation. I'm reading from Roxanne's curriculum for School of Recognition. You have to recognize what polarity is and the concept itself. And your own mind has an ability to understand something, that polarity is not the only way to relate to reality, which makes it automatically right there a fucking choice. But your algorithms, your truths, the beliefs is polarity. You have fear, you have hope, you have suffering, you have ecstasy, joy. And those are feelings, relationships. How you interpret reality gives you that emotional relationship, creating your experience, creating your reality. But is there not unconditional love? Polarity are conditions. Don't fool yourself. Don't let your mind interrupt you and sell you a story going buck, 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 buck. Buck, 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 buck. You must understand this is all up to you. You can educate all you want. You can affirm all you want. You can say all the goddamn sayings. You can write them all over the fucking wall, and you have all this great knowledge, but you don't make the choices that change you. You have to be changed because you're born separated. So your only thing you know is human separated. I'm not God. That means you have to change the inside to change the outside. And you have to recognize the not God parts of you. You have I am parts and I am not parts. Sabrina continues, everything is a choice. The individual is choosing to think, so believe in doing the manifesto, create the reality of the practice. Yes, you choose it all. Very good. You have to recognize that first. So do you recognize when you feel something of a negative energy or negative belief, you feel hurt, you feel pain, that is your choice to feel that way? But see, you're not choosing to feel that way. You're not consciously choosing, I'm going to feel shitty about this. See, your choices are the truths that you have, but they're algorithmic by now. And what algorithm means is you coveted them as a child and you felt fear, you felt pain, you felt loss, you felt disappointment, you felt happy, you felt sad. And those are your relationships, your truths. And then you choose, not consciously, you choose to accept that truth. And then you get an automatic interpretation. When you see horrible things like a car accident, or someone getting beat up, and some people thrive on that. Some people thrive on that, and some people, it's horrible. How is that fucking possible? Why isn't it the same? Because they all have their own truths. Everybody, every singularity, which is this God of one and all. My point of view is a single point of consciousness, and so is yours. And it all is the same God from every singular point of view. The singularity is the only one that understands its truth. And the assignment of humanity to put the truth outside of itself is the separation. That's the not God believing that you are human and everything is outside of you. And you think it's static outside, but it's actually coming from within, being reflected back as you're creating your reality with conscious vibration, attracting every color, every picture, every reality, everything, all of it coming. And then what? You relate to reality and those truths, and you have a life. But waking up is recognizing the truths that you coveted when you were a child and doing something about them. All of your experience is for your benefit, edification, and spiritual growth. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that one, Sabrina. If it isn't for you, you don't experience it. Hold gratitude. Bullshit. Fuck gratitude. Do not pine for what you are not given. Okay, that one was good. Your experience is for your benefit. No, it's not for your benefit. Benefit, Sabrina, is a measurement. Edification is a measurement. Spiritual growth is nature. You're not spiritually growing. Your nature is automatically growing. There's no effort in it. The experience doesn't need to be benefit because it's not a loss, because it's true existence. I am discovering myself no matter what I do or don't do. It's automatic. That's because I'm law one existence. That's because I'm one and all, law four, and all is giving me my growth as I grow through and increase everyone as they increase themselves through the reflection of me. Hold gratitude, my asshole. I will never fucking be gracious for anything. That's human. Gratitude is something of I'm less than, and I have to have something that's gracious that raises me up. My own existence raises me up. If you want to have any kind of gratitude, you need that like fucking permission slip. How about this? I'm grateful that I am. And that's it. I will never give grace to anything else because I'm everything and I'm the only one here. That's a human concept. That's what you need to see. That's the depth of separation. You must look within yourself. Every structure, every belief, every relationship, you must look at with the honesty eyes and look at the meaning behind it, and then study the relationship and how does it change your vibration? How does it darken or lighten you? How does it move you? How does it attract? That's a master. Look at yourselves, master, each and every one of you. I experienced 1 billion lifetimes. You've experienced 1 billion lifetimes. This is one of those most exceptional lifetimes you will ever have, as each and every single one of them have been the same. Exceptional, unconditional, unbelievable every fucking time. The only reason that you can't feel that is because you have separation. And separation fucking measures. It measures. It measures the vibration, and you put a measurement on it in a relationship to polarity. When you transcend polarity, you get unconditional love. But of course, the human mind can say, well, you don't feel anything if you don't have emotions. No. You get bliss. But you get the absolutely massive movement of bliss through the galaxies, through the universes, through the densities and dimensions. On the way you experience bliss is endless itself. And the greatest part of it is you don't have to fucking chase it. How many of you motherfuckers out there are chasing your happiness still, perceiving the better future, putting yourself in a position to improve yourself? Are you fucking kidding me? How do you improve on all that is? Tell me, and I'll show you a human. Go look in the mirror and look at that honesty. Find that honest self and look at your truth and start to observe, because it's not about the outside. It'll never be the outside. Start being what you are, a God. And fumble and mumble and crumble through it. But stay steady. And I guarantee you, you will find, if you are diligent in your pursuit of self-awareness, then the only key you need is an internal honesty, which you may not understand or know at the beginning, but that doesn't matter. Because if you don't act, then you don't change. And if you're looking to be led, you're fucked, because no one can lead you. There is no one to lead you except your own ego perceiving something to follow. That's still a fucking what? Human. Separated human in your head. Everything is about finding the authentic self. And you have a discernment inside of you. And that discernment is your honesty. You ever say this? You ever go, well, I wanted to say something, but, I held my tongue. Because you're trying to be an image. How fucking rude is that to yourself? To maintain an image so you can be cherry and lollipops to the outside and not cause waves? Just fighting for yourself. Fighting for your limitations. Bashar said it. Each and every one of you are holding your negative beliefs. You hold on to them. He's right. And you just can't let go. Everyone says, oh, just let go of that. Just let go of it. You can't let go of an identity. You have to transcend it because it's a truth. What? Created and willed by the God that you are. You never lost your God powers. You're still creating every day, but up here is a relationship of interpretation. That's where the key is. That's everything is in here, the relationship of not God. You never lost your powers. You just forgot them. You're still creating. You're still willing things every freaking second. So you got to look at these, folks. Take a chance on yourself and start being honest. Be honest with your wife. Be honest with your wardrobe. Be honest with your makeup. Be honest with your hair. Be honest with your employers, your other employees. It doesn't matter, because if you start putting out authentic, I guarantee you will destroy your reality. But it doesn't mean it's going to all go away. It means it's all going to change. Hey, Roxanne and Sly. My name is Sarah. Hello, Sarah. I've been watching you for a bit. Awesome, blossom. I love your energy. I love my energy too. Well, thank you very much. I find myself also in a crazy, funky, and groovy channeling journey. Thank you for sharing love and light. Love it. Keep channeling. Channel your ass off, because it'll bring you in vibrations. Those vibrations that you get when you channel, you start to get all of that being's I am. And it starts to marinate and seep deep within your fibers. And then for no reason, you get smarter. Not human smart with study and education and concepts and execution of these ideas of education. You just get intelligent within you. And you start to become more, holy shit, I understand it without any reason. I never learned that, but I know it. See, you know something instead of believing something, and you stop trying to believe stuff and you start to know stuff. And that knowing is the track you want to be on, because belief needs to be defended, it's arguable, it has a counterance, another side to it. A knowing doesn't give a shit what you think, because I know. Good stuff. Keep channeling your ass off, hon. I find myself highly connected to the song and music. This being, he loves grooving and dancing. I find myself thinking of songs in the moment. I feel connected with Bashar and the Sasani or Sasan. Sasani. Sasani from the planet Sasani. I have found as I change my mind and that which I am choosing to believe in, my perspective of purview shifts and changes even as everything else stays the same. I am one changing, yes. I would highly suggest, Sabrina, don't believe anymore. Let's skip that ad. You guys don't need an ad. Stop believing. See, you don't need to have that identity. You don't need to have that thrust to move yourself from one little island to the next. Let go. Be naked and without cause, without purpose, without thinking. I just love to listen. You make my heart sing. Thank you, Michelle. Okay? So do yourselves the honor Do yourselves the honor, okay? And a new Journey song called Stop Believing. Very good. Awesome. Do yourself the honor to choose the honesty. Roxanne's biggest choice was to become Roxanne. June 1st, 2010, she walked out of the door and left Roy behind and started being Roxanne. That was it. That was the end. That was the most honest thing she did. And she was scared to death, shivering, shaking, freaking out. And she experienced loss, but she also experienced gain. She had the support because the support comes from the inside. She was choosing an authentic representation of her internal truth, her internal journey. It doesn't matter what it looks like to the outside, but then it did. And it brought up a lot of relationships and exposure to the dependencies that she had. And she worked through those and fell more and more in love with herself, representing this idea as her truth. The peace is within. That's what she found. Monica, I love you. Roxanne, I love you too. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for this is hello, Brandy. I'm going to email. Yes, I remember you, Brandy, and so does Roxanne. Wonderful. Sabrina, I use the language best salted to communicate with my brothers. Well, you don't know what is best for your brothers. Always remember that. You only know what's best for you. Never change the language to fit the outside. Then you're on the bust-a-fucked. Okay? Good deal. I think that's all I've got. If you guys need anything, let Roxanne know. If you need anything from me, just go, hey, Sly, and I'll go, hey, and then we can have a chat. We'll see you all in the next now. I'll get Roxanne back in here. You ready, Roxy? Where you at? Okay, here. Hey, guys. Awesome. Lots of chat. Thank you so much. God, I can't swallow the tea and it gave me a tickle. Thank you all so much for tuning in. You're welcome so much, Renee and Kim. Big kisses to you. We had a great group here tonight. I appreciate you all coming in. If there's anything you need, let me know. Again, welcome. Yes, you're welcome, Oscar. If you, let me hang on. If you need me, email me. It's on my website. If you care to donate, there's a donate button if you like to do that. If you need anything else, a session, questions, I'm already into the, about to start the second class of my school. So the next class won't be open for another 3 months. But I was also thinking, love you, Ginger. Ginger's in our class. Yay. I was also thinking about starting another Ascension class on another day if I have enough. You got to have, 8, 10 people in there for the energy. It's really good when you get a lot of minds in there because it's really, really open and there's a lot of dialogue and a lot of exchange, and that's most beneficial. So if there's enough call for another class to start, then I'll start another class, and I'll have a Tuesday, and of course Wednesday's an advanced class, and then maybe another Ascension class, starting with the recognition, of course. All right, guys, listen, I love you all. Journey well. Be honest with yourself. Don't worry about the outside. Always stay that nature, that truth, that honesty is vibration. What you put out is what you get back. That's law. Be authentic. Find your way home. I love you all. Mwah. And we will see you next week. All right. Good night, everyone.